Tonight, from Los Angeles, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams taking on Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
First play from scrimmage. Stafford. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
That is caught. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Pass complete there to Nacua. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Well, hang on here. We got an injury. And, yeah, it's Cooper Kupp who's going to receive some attention following that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he's got it down to the 28. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now a 2nd and 6. Now Stafford. Pass caught. It's been Skoranek. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd and 9. On the jet sweep, this is Eskridge. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Here's 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. This a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. Here's Devin Tompkins on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Evans comes in motion right. A first carry for Rachaad White. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
As always, no rooting interest here, but that was pretty, wasn't it, to see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Opting to run again here with White. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing, Mayfield. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Mayfield. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darian Kendrick. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
That's a big gainer on that play. And from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Stafford. His throw incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Stafford. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Stafford. Screen play set up for Williams. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Back deep for the Bucs is Devin Tompkins. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They trailed 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. They start the drive with White. Muscles him off. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd down and a yard. Mayfield off the play fake. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down as he'll get this up past the 45. 9 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First down, here's White. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 51 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They go right back to White here on first down. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
They go play action. Mayfield. Russell Gage.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Russell Gage, 26 yards.
And the Bucs are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point.
He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And the Rams getting set to go now.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, here's Stafford.
They'll find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Stafford. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Offense is all over, continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball, but oftentimes it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
3.5 to go, first quarter. To throw on second down is Stafford.
That's quickly to Atwell on the slant.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Already, he's top 50 receiving yards in this first quarter, and he's got a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing is Stafford.
Right back to Atwell. That's complete.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
That's the third time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. Man open is Robinson.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Here's Stafford. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Rams are once again back in front. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
The drive starts with a run by White.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They stay on the ground with White. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
77 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Stafford.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now Stafford.
That's caught. It's 2-2 Atwell.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's got it. Touchdown.
2-2 Atwell.
23 yards for the touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead. Marr on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
From the end zone, here's Devin Tompkins. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Rashad White and the rest of this Tampa Bay offense going back to work now.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? A first down throw for Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
To throw, Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. running out of the gun with White. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
84 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Second down, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Evans.
And Evans will have a Bucs first down up to the 47-yard line.
It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mayfield on first down.
Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down, Mayfield.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the draw, here's White. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Third down and 10.
Now Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they took their shot. That one was kind of up for grabs that time. And you've got to be careful defensively not to make contact too early. But that was textbook right there to get in tight and force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Carlton Davis picks it, and it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Rams ready to go on offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Stafford here coming off his pick six. Going up top for Kupp. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw, Stafford.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
The Rams on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Stafford now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. He completes it to Evans. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down. From the gun, Mayfield.
They'll dump this one off here to White.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 3. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Stafford.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now Stafford. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And the Rams are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Stafford. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And they are able to add on to their advantage. An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Marr now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They find some open field here. And the return will stop right around the 25.
I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Stafford. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
Williams is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Williams again.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown.
Kyron Williams
taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
Maher on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was capped off by the Kyron Williams touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They run straight ahead here with White. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Here's Jake Camarda now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. L.A. set to take over again on offense.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll get this one to Kupp, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Now it's Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again.
And Kupp going to pick up a Rams 1st down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Stafford. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down. Well, they were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back's feet.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Ethan Evans now.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Offense heading back out, and with them comes Rachaad White.
Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much.
Mayfield.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Second and 10.
Mayfield now. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Here's White. They set up the screen.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Second and 7, operating from the 34.
Here's Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Third and 2.
Mayfield with it once more.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime report. We saw a vintage first half from the veteran Matthew Stafford. He threw a first quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
2nd and a couple.
Mayfield looks to throw. This is White on the screen.
Into space at the 45.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll go up the middle with White.
Brought down on the play by Kobe Turner.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 5.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin.
And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down as he'll get this down to the 30-yard line.
They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing, Mayfield.
Quick throw, finding Mike Evans.
And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
He's got Otten.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On first down, Stafford here. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Credit Yaya Diaby with his stop. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Open. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. Room to maneuver at the 35. He's to the 15.
And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And, you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Now Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Stafford. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw, Mayfield. He finds his target. It's Evans. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Mayfield.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and this game is tied. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 23.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Again, it's Williams. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 3rd and 2, Stafford.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and out will come the offense as they take over. So out come the Bucs now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10.
At about the 32. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is caught by Evans. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And again, it's Mayfield. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Again, he'll drop to throw.
This one taken in by Otten. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the red zone now, Mayfield.
There's a short one taken in by Otten.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
96 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they have regained the lead. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it. But the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the 3rd quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these defensive backs have been getting torched all game long, and finally, a small measure of revenge here. That time the coverage downfield is excellent, and they're right there to battle for the football and force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll hand it off now. Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Stafford now to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here.
He'll leave this one for White.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Mayfield.
Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays.
That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Stafford on 1st down. Short throw, it's Higbee. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
2nd down and 3.
Now Stafford.
Short throw, it's Higbee. And Higbee going to have a Rams first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down and 6 now.
Back to throw. Stafford.
He'll get this one complete to Atwell.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Stafford.
To the right side and complete to Atwell.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Off the draw. Here's Williams. Oh, he shifts past him.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 6.
The busy night continues for Williams. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Fights him off. And, oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the fourth. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making a play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start here with a handoff to White. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
He sets to fire deep. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Rams are right back in this football game. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the 50, Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. Here's Stafford.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
And they caught a break with that missed field goal. Instead of being tied, they now sit in the fourth quarter driver's seat, still up 3.
A fourth quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is White. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Mayfield. Evans has it left side. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
First down, here's White. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Jordan Fuller there to take him down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Mayfield looks to throw. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Mayfield. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Baker Mayfield taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Buccaneers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Now that's certainly an important touchdown there and makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Oh, some strong running. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll look to Williams to begin things. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Now it's Stafford. Screen play set up for Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's a completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a 2nd and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Now I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. And the Rams are right back in this football game. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their 36-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw is Stafford.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Stafford.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Marr able to put this one through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it at least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. On the return, here's Tompkins. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Mayfield now. Right back to Chris Godwin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards that time for number 14.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They go play action. Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Tucker. And able to get this to the 31. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now a 2nd and 6. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run with Edmonds again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself. And that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. On the ground, it's Tucker. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.